Well, those are the headlines we've been tracking for you this evening on What's Brewing Today. Pop culture brand The Soul Store has acquired Redwolf, a popular name in the fandom merchandise space. The company says the move will give fans access to an even wider range of unique fandom-driven products. As part of the acquisition, Redwolf's founding team will be joining The Soul Store. And to tell us more about what this acquisition means, how the pop culture economy is evolving in India, and what's next in The Soul Store's journey. Joining me now is its co-founder, Vedang Patel. Vedang, welcome to Startup Street. If you could first confirm if this is a 100% acquisition and what made you bet big on Redwolf, what made Redwolf the right strategic fit for the Soul Store at this point, and how do you expect this move to enhance your product offerings and audience engagement? What kind of synergies are you hoping to unlock?
Thanks for having me. So this is almost a 100% acquisition, close to it. There's some technicalities why it's not, but for all practical purposes, it is. We are really excited to have the team on board because I think we started out together and we really looked up to Redwolf. They are quite the, I think, pioneers in this space, and they were going to shut down. And I feel together, and we could do so much more, and we didn't want that situation to happen. So we decided it's best to just partner together and become a true home of pop culture in India. We really love where the Soul Store is today. And with Redwolf team here as firepower, I think we're going to become a very dominant force in India, at least, if not global.
All right. Vedang, with the Redwolf founders now joining your team, how do you plan to integrate their creative vision while staying true to the Soul Store's brand DNA? And will Redwolf continue as a standalone identity, or will we see a full brand merge?
See a full brand merge. I think where it comes for people having different design languages, the Soul Store is actually a very collaborative space. No one person runs the design on their own. I think we all come together with our own unique flavors. People are fans of different merchandises, like someone will be a Superman fan, someone will be a Dragon Ball Z fan, a Batman fan. Everyone makes that version of it to get that true authentic feeling of what a fan wants. So we are very excited to have this new point of view and, build this out together even bigger.
Okay. The Soul Store has been aggressive in scaling both online and offline. How does Redwolf strengthen your omni-channel strategy further? And with 40+ stores already live, Vedang, what is the next phase? Are Tier 2, Tier 3 cities or global markets on your radar?
Yeah. So Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities are on our radar. We already are in a lot of them. For example, I think Jodhpur was our latest store opening. We have one in Dehradun. Obviously, the Tier 1 cities is where more than half the stores are, but the next half of stores would be Tier 2, Tier 3 concentrated. Yesterday, we launched it in my hometown in Navsari, and that's a Tier 4 city. So we're very excited about the depth of where the brand can go. Globally, something that we will launch this year, we'll have global stores starting with the Middle East and eventually going to the US and Europe. The main reason is because the Soul Store is truly unique. There's nothing like us around the world, and that's also a very relevant audience to us. So we're very excited to, tap that market too.
Okay. So you have big plans from Tier 4 towns to the global markets. But will you be eyeing funds anytime soon to fuel these aggressive growth plans? Reports suggest you're eyeing to raise around 200 crore rupees, if you could confirm this.
So to be honest, we haven't decided on it, whether we go a little slower and just grow through our profits, or we raise some debt, or we go ahead and raise funds. I think that's something that we're waiting to see how things play out. But it's very clear that our ambition might be larger than our purse. For the last 2 years, we've been growing with our internal cash because we've been growing at a certain pace, and the cash flow from operations has been able to fuel that. But maybe our fast-paced growth might need us to take up some more capital.
All right. Now, like you mentioned earlier, the Soul Store's mission is to be the home of pop culture in India. From your vantage point, how has fandom evolved over the last decade in India? And what are some of the newer trends or consumer behaviors that you're noticing?
I really love the way it has evolved in India. I think a lot of it goes to the fact that new Marvel movies or Harry Potter movies are now available in many regional dialects, not just Hindi as it used to be. So very excited about the fact that a large India TG is now relevant to these fandoms. We also love the fact that a lot of Indian fandoms are now coming of play, and we've seen that a lot of our new designs, which are India-based, mythology-based, are selling even better than some of the Western stuff. My favorite is that we decided as a sole store we won't do NASA, but we will do ISRO, and we love the response
Okay.
that the Indian consumer has for ISRO, for example. Uh, but one cool fandom shift that we are seeing is that what used to be cool in the West is now moving east. So a lot of American fandoms are dying down versus Korean and Japanese anime are now what's the
Okay.
cool.
Huh. All right, one final question, Vedang, before I let you go. What is the current growth trajectory looking like in terms of revenues and profitability? And are there any new product categories or exclusive collaborations in the pipeline that you can share a sneak peek of?
Yeah, so I think from a revenue perspective, we closed last year at around about 500 crores, and we have a healthy bottom line of about 6-7% post tax. Um, a very What we are very interested about now building is the fandom element going stronger. So we will have a lot of accessories like Harry Potter wands, some nice rugs, which would be different superheroes. Because we have a lot of breadth when it comes to apparel, we have backpacks, we have sneakers, but it's now the little things that I think we want to do to get the fan to be truly excited about their fandom.
All right, on that note, we'll have to wrap up our conversation. Vedang, many thanks for joining us on Startup Treat today and wish you the very best with all your growth plans.
Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, have a good evening.